dear, and welcome to this lesson. I hope after the last lesson you must have installed Python on your system, because from this lesson onwards we are going to implement the various things that are available in Python with the help of a program. Okay, but before shifting on to the program, I would like a very brief introduction of Python. That is why we should learn Python, or why we should go ahead with Python instead of any other language. Okay, so basically Python is basically used on a server side. We can use Python on the server side to create web applications. Okay, we can also use Python to create softwares that helps to build the softwares that helps to create the workflows. Okay, and it is also used to handle the big data and the complex mathematics, which probably other languages may handle, but not with this much ease, right? Why I like Python the most? Because in this everything is very simple. I need not to take care about the braces, about the semicolon, about the end of the block, about the start of the block. That is very simple in this, right? I just need to take care of the spaces only, right? How we are going to do that we are going to discuss in this lesson. Okay, so first of all, in Python introduction, what I am going to teach you, the very first thing that we are going to discuss is Python syntax, that how we are going to write down the program, how we are going to save that program, how we are going to run that program. Okay, and what are the indentations in Python. For example, I was saying that I need not to take care about the braces, about the semicolons. Then how my interpreter, see, in Python we don't have compiler, we have interpreter. Okay, so how my interpreter will come to know that from where the block is starting and where the block is being ended? That is with the help of indentation. Okay, by indentation I mean to specify the spaces. Okay, and one more thing, that is Python comments. What are the comments? Non-executable part of my program. Okay, what basically these are, let's just understand that with the help of a program. Okay, and I'm going to run my code in Visual Studio Code Editor, but that is again your choice. You can download any of the editor and you can run your code on any of the editor. Like I have shown you in the last lesson also, that I am going to I have installed Python on my system, and I am going to run that Python code on Visual Studio Code Editor. Okay, so let's just run the code and let's just understand the basics. This is my Visual Studio Code Editor. So now I'm going to code for Python in this particular editor. Okay, but again and again I'm saying you the same thing, that is user's choice, that is your choice. You can run that on any of the platform, okay, which is supporting Python, and the syntax will remain same. Okay, so first of all I'm going to write down a very basic line in Python, that is I'm going to print a message, welcome to Python. Okay, so now I'm going to, first of all we need to save this file. I'm going to save this file. Okay, I can either press Ctrl S, or I can go to file menu and then I can choose save option. Now I'm going to save this file in a particular folder. I have created Python folder. Okay, so I'm going to save my file inside that. So let's just save that file with the name of, let's say, lesson 1. Okay, I'm going to save that file. Now this you need to take care of, that whenever you are saving the file of Python, you need to save that file with an extension, that is .py. Only because see, Visual Studio Code is supporting many of the languages. Okay, this is an editor on which I can run multiple languages. So how this editor will come to know that which syntax, which language syntax it should verify. Okay, so for that I'm going to use the extension. Okay, so I'm going to save the file with an extension, that is .py, that stands for Python. Even if you are running your Python code in any of the Raspberry Pi or Anaconda or any of the Python interface, you need to save that file with an extension .py. Okay, so now as you can just notice that when I save my file with an extension .py, suddenly this line has been changed. The font color of this line has been changed. Why? See, now print is a keyword. Okay, this is a message, so that is why it changed according to the language. since in Python print is working as a keyword, so it has changed the color. Okay, so I need to run the code. I can run the code in two different ways. Okay, if you are using Visual Studio Code Editor, the first of all, you can simply press on this run command and it will automatically run your code. It will choose the path by itself. Okay, see, it has chosen the path by itself. I need not to type anything, right? But if you want to do the things by yourself, then what you are supposed to do, you need to choose the path first. Okay, so my files are under Python folder. Okay, under Python we have again a folder that is Python programs. Okay, and after that I have a folder that is learn mall. Okay, and inside that my file name was lesson1.py. so in order to run this, I need to write python lesson1.py and then it will give me the message. So these are the two different ways of running your code if you are using Visual Studio Code Editor. Okay, you need not to get into the path so much. If you don't want to, you can simply click on this run command and it will automatically fetch out the path for you. Okay, so this is the very first thing, that how you can write down. This is the very basic program, that how you are supposed to write down a line and how you are going to print, how you are going to run that code. Okay, so next thing that we need to discuss was what is Python indentation. Suppose if I am giving spaces without any reason in Python, then it can create problem for me. So see, what happens in the other languages, that if we are giving spaces without any reason, it doesn't make any difference to us, right? My compiler is going to recognize those spaces and it is going to ignore those spaces. But in Python, spaces plays a major role. Python is space sensitive. We usually say that Python is space sensitive. What does that mean? Suppose if I'm going to give these spaces without any reason, I have pressed a tab 2 times or single time or 3 times. This is without any reason, okay? And I'm trying to run my code. It is definitely going to give me the error. See, it is giving me the error, indentation error. So in Python, see, I told you that I like Python because I need not to take care about the semicolons, about the braces and that kind of stuff. Only thing that I need to take care of spaces. I cannot give space without any reason in Python. Okay, so if there is a block that you are going to define, then you need to give the space as well. Okay, that we are going to discuss in our upcoming lessons when we are going to discuss about loops and conditional construct kind of things, right? Then we'll discuss that how we are going to get the spaces in that, right? So this was the second thing that we need to discuss in this lesson. And the last thing is that we are going to discuss what are comments in Python. See, in any of the language, comments are what? Comments are basically the non-executable part of program. So the question comes in mind, why we need to give the comments if they are not going to get executed? So why we are going to write them down? Because we just want the readability of program to be very nice. If you are coding and someone else wants to read your code, then he or she may not be able to read it because you have used the variable names according to your specifications, right? So if you want that your code is a readable code, see, there are two things. One, that code is executable, that is perfect, you can do that. But if that code is not a readable code, that means no one other can understand that code, then your code is not of that much important, right? So what we are supposed to do, suppose if I'm going to print a message, I can write down a code here, I can write down a statement here, that a welcoming message. Okay, but I don't want this statement to get executed. I don't want this message to get printed on my console or on my screen. What I can do, I can simply press hash sign in front of this line. Now this line become comment. It's not going to get executed. If I'm going to run this code, it's not going to get executed. Okay. Now comments are of two types. One is single line comment, one is multi-line comment. This is your single line comment. If you want to give more than one line comment, okay, that is demo of first program in Python. Okay, let's say I want to write this line also, demo of first program in Python. Okay, now these are the two lines. If I want to make comments of two lines, what I'm supposed to do, I need to put these three quotes, okay, from where I want to start the comment, and these three quotes where I want to end my comment section. Okay, I'm going to save this and then I'm going to run this. It is definitely not showing me that part. Okay, but now this is not a mandatory condition. Even if you have two lines of comment, you can simply press that sign as well. There is no restriction that this notation is applicable only if we have more than one line. Okay, that is not a mandatory condition. I can simply press hash sign. I can simply press again hash sign. Okay, so these are the comments. Why we are going to give the comments? Because I want my code to be more readable to the other users. Okay, but these are not going to get executed. That is why whenever we are saying comments, we are saying these are non-executable part of our program. Okay, I hope you have enjoyed this lesson. Let's explore Python more in the next lesson. Bye bye.